Zubac down because he usually has his way with the Mavs?
Just being aggressive. Just trying to take him off of his line, take him off of his spots before he gets the ball. Making it difficult and take him out of his comfort zone.
How important was it to have a guy like Kyrie back in the lineup after he missed Thursday's game?
Great. No matter if he's making shots, missing shots, he draws a lot of attention. That allows everyone else to play off of him, make the right reads, make the right plays. That's how we got started to get flowing.
Clay is inching close to passing Reggie Miller on the all-time three-pointers made list. Just what's your experience like of being teammates with him these 30 games or so?
Man, he's our brother. He's a heart and soul of the team. He's bringing a lot of energy, bringing a lot of talk, and, he can shoot the shit out of the ball. So when you have someone like that in the team, it just makes the ball find him. And even when the ball finds him and two people go, we just play our game. He's an unselfish player. He's going to make the right read, no matter if it's finding me, finding the kick up top, and we're going to make a right read after that. So, he's been a great addition for us, and he's definitely helped us out.
He's already won so much in his career. What do you think about just the compete level that he still brings to the game every night?
It's amazing. He's definitely bringing a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of just little things that, some players who are 2-3 years in, like myself, just lean off. We talked, we learn from one another. He's always there to uplift us, and we always there to uplift him.
What did you see on that play when Grimes was trying to lob the ball to you and the ball went in the basket?
We trying to make that connection, but, I guess he had a connection with the rim. He got a lucky tip in there. And, those are shots that, that we play off of. They give us energy. We smile, we get back, and we play defense after those plays. So, we got to take them and get as many as we can.
Dereck, going back to Clay for a second. Before the season, he kind of dealt with some criticism about his defense. Tonight he goes out, he has 4 steals. What does that do for his confidence?
Man, it puts his confidence through the roof. He's having him driving to attacking the rim, not just shooting the three. Having him go and setting off-ball screens to get himself open. He's just kind of opened up his entire game. He's definitely been an asset for us on the defensive side. Been able to talk to him, been able to try to help him understand our schemes. And, he's been doing great at it. He's been doing it with a lot of effort and a lot of composure.
Do you think he still gets, I know at one point in his career he did, but do you think he still gets enough credit on the defensive end of the floor?
Nah. I feel like everyone's going to criticize him, criticize anybody if they do one thing wrong, but they're not going to congratulate him for the 12 things he do right.
As the defensive anchor, what did you see from the defense that you liked to hold the Clippers to 97 points?
We were a string. We were talking to one another. No matter if they were making shots, missing shots, we were together. We were talking, and we were being aggressive. Last game, I felt like we were the team who got punched first. This game we were trying to be the team who punches first, and that's what we did. And we just tried to keep that level of intensity, level of aggression throughout the whole game.
And on the other side of the ball, there were 8 double-figure scores tonight, you included. Just what stood out to you about that, just having that balance of an attack?
Just trusting the pass, trusting the person who's going to make the next play and the person who's on the bench who's coming to get you. No matter who's on the floor, we're all being aggressive. We're all trying to go out and score and play Mavs basketball, and that's what has been able to get us this far.
I know it's a little bit past the quarter of the season, but how do you feel communication has gotten better in games like this one and beyond?
I think it definitely got them way better. No matter if they're going on a run, no matter if we're going on a run, it's just keeping the foot on the gas. Even if dead ball, timeouts, or even free throws, we're coming together and we're talking. We're understanding what we need to do. We're linked, 5 guys on the floor and even the guys on the bench, talking to one another, giving each other's tips, because we all want the same thing, and that's to win.
Can you talk about the strength of the team's depth?
Man, how can I start? Just having so many people, no matter if there's injury, no matter if there's illness, it's just next man up mentality. And, everyone's just sitting there just ready to show what they can do, And no matter if people are going out there shooting 15 shots, we're always going to give them another shot and try to make sure that they're confident, try to make sure that they know the team has their back.
What does that say about this team? You guys are 6-2 without Luka.
It shows that, when he doesn't have to carry the weight the entire time. He can take a breath, make sure his body and mind gets right. His team got his back. He needs to get back to 100%. And, we don't need him to having that wear and tear on his body. We just need him to stay healthy and do what he needs to do. And that's what we know he's going to be ready for that.
Are there any ways that you've seen the team improve in handling those games without Luka compared to last season potentially?
That's hard to say. But it really just comes down to, no matter who's on the floor, it's just bringing that aggression, bringing that intensity, and, just being aggressive. There's a lot of times where, we look at ourselves and sometimes we're stagnant in offense, and that's when we come together and realize we got to be more aggressive. No matter if that's driving the ball, taking shots, or moving the ball, just playing together and, not playing 1-on-5, playing 5-on-5.
Derek, one thing over the offseason, especially after you made that first three in the finals, was the chatter from fans about, oh, when's Derek going to start shooting threes? You're working on him every game in practice. Is that something that you think you're going to try to incorporate into your game maybe this season, or you can not?
For sure. It's just really waiting for my time. I'm not going to go out there and force shots. I'm going to go out there and try to make us get into our basketball that we are, our best form of basketball. And that's drive, kick, swing, drive, kick, swing, and finding the open teammate. There's times where I want to shoot the ball, but let's be honest. I got Kyrie, Luka, and Klay out there. If I get them open shot and they hit it down, that's going to get me more open shots in the long run. So, it's just playing the game of basketball. I'm unselfish. I'm not going out there hunting my shots. I'm going out there hunting wins.
Are you looking for the corner looks if you were to start shooting?
No matter if it's corner, top of the three, it's just waiting for my time. I'm not going out there. I'm not going to chuck up a bunch of threes just because I want to. I'm going out there to win. And if I need to go out there and get 10 rebounds, I'll do that to win. If I need to go out there and get 10 steals, 10 blocks, I'll do it. If I need to shoot a couple threes, I'll do that too.
Is that what you call, you got the hot end, you was trying to throw the lob there and it goes in the basket?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like my coach said in college, ball finds energy, you know what I mean? So I feel like I had good energy. We all had good energy out there on the court. I tried to throw the lob to Gaff. Somebody tipped it, you know what I mean? I get the points, but you know what I mean? It's luck of the draw sometimes.
How sweet is that when you get in a group like that? Yeah, 3 3-pointers and plus a 3 free throws doing that.
Yeah, no, that's great. You know what I mean? What makes it even better, they're your teammates. You know what I mean? They pulling for you. They all excited for you more than you or yourself. So I mean, you got teammates that bring that energy, and when to see you succeed, it makes it a lot easier for me to go out there and just have fun, and really everybody go out there and just have fun.
What does it actually feel like when you're in that zone? Are you like thinking about just the next shot, or are you just completely locked in on the moment?
Yeah, for me, I'm just like completely locked in, you know what I mean? Just trying to focus on the next play, get a stop defensively. And if they can find me like Kyrie did, coming down the court the next time, then it is what it is. But I feel like I'm just locked in on just trying to just stay in the flow, not get too high, get too low, but just become my way. I'm definitely going to shoot it. Like, if you high, I can get it up, but just try to stay even keeled in that moment for sure.
Can you talk about the trust and reliance that you all have in the whole team beyond the starting lineup?
Yeah, I feel like it started like really in training camp, and then even when we kind of had the rough stretch of games early on in the season, kind of really brought us together, watched a lot of film. Practices have been really hard actually at the last 2.5 weeks, just really getting it in, a lot of scrimmaging, a lot of playing, cleaning things up. So I feel like those practices, I feel like were big for us, and just coming together and knowing what we want to do as a team down the road and just kind of establishing good habits and stuff like that for sure.
Kid highlighted you specifically, whether you start or you come off the bench, your impact to the team. What area of your game would you say has grown the most since the start of the season to get that trust from the teammates and the coaching staff?
I feel like I'm just getting more comfortable with just what they want from me out there on the court, just learning the offense, the defense, knowing exactly, like I said, the building off good habits, what we did in practice, just earning that trust. So when I get out there on the court, it's like, there's no drop off wherever I'm starting, coming off the bench, playing 20, playing 30, it's no difference because we got a really deep team. Anybody can start, anybody can play 20 to 25 minutes. So just staying ready for your opportunity, just making the most of it because, like I said, people are going to be down. People are not going to play. Some people might be play 20 minutes, so you got to just stay ready at all times.
What are some of the things that stood out to you about the team's defense holding the Clippers to 97 points? And what are some things you can build on as a group from that?
Yeah, they're a really good team. They've been playing great the whole season. They got James, Norman Powell, they've been Zubars, they've been on fire the whole season. But I feel like we weren't really as locked in as we should have the first time we played them a couple of days ago. And I feel like this time we watched a lot of film, or we kind of had defensive lapses and stuff like that. We came out with the right mindset early on, and I feel like we just carried that over for the whole 48 minutes. So holding them to under 100 points is pretty good for us with a team like that.
Go ahead.
You guys didn't have Luka, but at least you had Kyrie at the back. How important was it to have him to help you guys get in your offensive sets?
Yeah, he's definitely like the leader of our locker room for sure. He's been the most vocal for sure in all times, even if good games, even bad games, he's the most vocal in the huddles, timeouts. Off days when we come in, he's been very vocal for us. He's been a really huge impact on all of us. So having a guy like that, we know we can trust at all times. Even if he didn't shoot the ball that well, he still is going to impact the game where he was finding anybody when they were trying to double him. So just having a guy like that out there can just kind of control the whole game, kind of makes it easy for us to go out there and just knock down shots and just be aggressive, really.
And you talked about, with Landon's question, with you coming off the bench or starting, and how Kid talked about that. In the conversations you've had with Coach over the first few months, what would you say that he's really looking from you in your role to be the best version of yourself?
Really just staying aggressive, you know what I mean? They knew coming in with what I did, shooting the ball at a high level, can handle the ball if I need to, coming off pick and roll, closeouts. I feel like that's kind of the most, like to answer your question earlier, what I got most comfortable with, just coming off pick and roll, making plays in that way. But I feel like they just tell everybody, not even just me, just play your game, stay aggressive at all times. You know what I mean? Just go out there and play with a lot of energy. They don't judge you off mistakes, but they judge you off your energy and effort. And I feel like that's something that you can control, and I control it every time I step out there in the court. It makes it easy to impact the game, whether it's rebounding, defense, try to get yourself going early on in the game.
How does it feel for your confidence when a coach like Jason Kidd he seems pretty comfortable with you handling the rock compared to your two previous stops?
Yeah, no, it's great. You know what I mean? Just like whenever a coach gives you that trust, is also like an added boost to your confidence, knowing that you can go out there. He has ultimate trust in you to make the right play, whether it's passing the ball, shooting the ball, or just making a decision to get somebody else a shot. So I feel like when a coach give you that trust, is a big confidence boost for sure.
You've mentioned trust a few times in the postgame tonight. When you think about your rookie season, how do you feel you've grown as a teammate up until now?
Yeah, I feel like early on in your career, you want to do so well, so bad as a rookie to try to earn minutes as fast as you can. And I feel like once I kind of established myself early on in the league, my first couple years, you kind of just can slow down a little bit, take a break, and just kind of really play your game. And I feel like once I got here, the coaching staff, the players, they've been just great. We're just pushing and Quentin, if you open, shoot it, make a right play, a drive, play your game. We got you. And so I feel like when you have teammates and the coaches push you to play your game, it just kind of makes it easier for you to go out there and just play free, calm down, and just go out there and do whatever you can to win. Appreciate that.
Love that. There you go.
Yeah, right there.
All right. How important was it to get this split of these two games with the Clippers?
Most definitely important to get a dub today. After dropping one, what was that, Thursday? Just played Dallas Mavericks basketball, and you see the results.
Could you just talk to what Grimes was able to do there in the fourth quarter? He had 14 points there in that 3-minute stretch.
That's just what he do, man. Shooter, energy guy, bring it on the defensive end, and don't leave him open. Shout out to Q. He did his thing tonight, and hopefully we can keep this going.
Well, it's not easy to hold the Clippers to 97 points. Just what stood out to you about the team's defensive execution?
Just like I said, playing Mavericks basketball, what we've been doing for most of the season. We got back to it tonight, and the results is the results.
Naji, Clay had 4 steals tonight. He had some criticism before the season about his defense. What does this kind of game do for his confidence on the defensive end?
I don't think it really does anything. That's all people do is criticize, So I think he was just in the right spots today, following the game plan, and it worked out for him. So hopefully, we can get this side of Clay the whole season, you know what I'm saying?
The quarter, did you ever get an explanation for the tech you got?
Oh, that was my fault. I was just running off of the lips. My fault. Yeah, I deserved it. I told the ref after 2, thank you. So, I was one of them.
Naji, you guys are obviously a group of professionals, but the holidays are coming up. How do you guys continue to stay maintaining that Mavericks basketball?
That's what matters most. This is our livelihood. I'm not saying matters most, but living in the moment. This is our livelihood, and this is our job at that. So we can enjoy everything after.
How big of a role did Kyrie play tonight after missing Thursday's game?
Kyrie is Kyrie, man. He's like the engine, and we just follow him. 5 people in double figures. You know what I'm saying? And he just led the way for us tonight. He's he's a great leader for us. Young guys who've been in the league for a minute, and we kind of just follow him. So glad to have him back, man. Shout out to him.
It was 8 guys in doubles.
Huh? It was 8? You know what I'm saying? It's even me. I'm looking at the plus minus. My fault.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Kai, man. He's a great dude, man.
What do you think helped the offense get that many double figure scores tonight?
Just moving, getting stops for the most part. I think when we get stops, we get anything we want. So I think that fuels, man. When we come out the gate getting stops, I think it's gonna be a good night for us.
Naji, on your Twitter, something you retweet a lot of stuff about your faith, and then I see you in the shirt as well. Could you talk a little bit about your faith and how important it is to you?
Oh, most definitely. None of us would be here without God. So definitely just give all credit to him, and make sure he knows that I'm thankful for the gift he's given to me, and just try to make him proud with the thing I do with it. So shout out to the big God, man.
Jason, how significant was that 3 minute stretch there in the fourth quarter where Grimes scored 14 points to help put you guys up by 15 at that time?
Yeah, Grimes was great, both on the defense and the offensive end. Guys were finding him. He was knocking down shots. He was being aggressive, and he sparked us there in that 39-point fourth quarter.
Is it for you guys to have a balanced attack like you had tonight with 8 guys in double-digit scoring?
Yeah, it's. I think it's very important that we have guys that participate on the offensive end, and when we can have that many guys scoring double digits, it makes it tough because you can get it from everywhere. And tonight, not just Kai, it was everybody participated. Guys got good looks. PJ knocked down some threes for us, and I thought our bigs were really good on both ends tonight.
Kyrie spent a good chunk of that game on James Harden. Just, what did you think about him taking on the challenge defensively tonight?
Yeah, he was good. He got his matchup. Understand Kai was off for a couple of days, so his energy level was high. And so he was up for that challenge tonight, and he did a really good job on, again, the defensive end and offensive end. And he had some good looks that just didn't go down for him. But I liked his activity on the defensive end tonight. It was really, really good.
Jason, have you learned anything different about a guy like Q-Dye? Obviously knew what he was coming into the team bringing, but throughout the season, have you learned any new qualities about him?
Anything new? I think he enjoys the game. He's a pro. He works extremely hard. And so just understanding if you ask him to start, if you ask him to come off the bench, he's all about the team. And so that's a quality that we've learned here quickly as a group, and it's something that's needed in this league. When you have a guy like that can start or come off the bench and be effective was big.
It seemed like he's able to draw a foul on a jump shot pretty much every game. How is he able to draw that contact?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think you're going to have to ask him that. I can guess. With his shooting style the landing is important. And so I think with the contest, he has a good vibe of understanding where people are and where to land and how to land. And I think that's, part of drawing the foul.
What stood about the team's defense overall to you, holding the Clippers to 97?
Yeah, I thought we didn't give up a big third quarter. That was the, problem in the last game. But I thought, again, rebounding the ball has been big for us, taking care of the ball and keeping them out of transition. That hurt us in the last game. And so we tried to keep them out of the transition game, take away the three. Not easy to do with Harden. And again, I thought the group did a great job of responding to the mistakes that we made in that first game.
Coach, heading into the season, some people doubted Klay's defense. Tonight he goes out, gets 4 steals. What does that kind of defensive game do for his confidence?
It's big. I mean, as much as we know, we have a lot of critics that know how to play the game at a high level and that are champions. They always, have something to say. But he just goes out there and plays the game the right way and does what it takes for his team to win. And there's always that's just part of the nature of this business. Everybody wants to poke holes. But he comes to work every day. He understands a new system. And I think he even said, give him 25 games or 30 games so that he can, understand what's taking place here. And I think has turned that corner and understands what we're trying to do. And again, as you mentioned, have 4 steals tonight. Big shots for us. He's playing extremely well on the offensive end too.
What did your bigs do in particular to hold Zubac to 13 points?
Well, I think the way he played in that first game, we had to get a response. And the 2 bigs responded in a positive way, and it made it hard on them. We got some turnovers. We kind of maybe rushed him a little bit. He missed some shots that he made in that first game, but I thought the activity for our bigs, the physicality was a lot better tonight.